What did you know about our country?
Not very much. I mean, you know about the tourist areas and things like that, but other than that, Juan Diaz Flores, I know him, so wonderful person. Not very much.
Yeah, the first show in the Met was like you were taking the place of Teresa Estrada.
Yes. Exciting.
How that happened?
Well, she cancelled, and I took over.
I heard an interview, the last interview with you, that they called you, and they refused first by accident the call. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, well, it was one, I thought it was a joke, you know, as you do. And it was 11 o'clock in the morning, and it was the curtain up at 2 p.m. So it was quite a shock that within 3 hours I had to be at the Met in costume and on stage. And you know, it's on almost the beginning, so in Otello.
At your beginnings, you first were singing not just classical music. What did you find in classical music and opera that made you decide that I just want to do this?
I think it was sort of reaching the peak of what you... I mean, I like doing difficult things, and I think that's one of those things I just love the classical music, still do, but also I like all sorts of other music. I could do, you know, and not necessarily sing it, musical theatre, but I do love it.
What kind of music do you hear besides?
I love orchestras. I'm crazy about orchestras. I suppose I'd love to have been violinist or flautist or cellist or something. I love the teamwork of orchestras.
And after this show in the Met, you sang in front of 600 million of people in the wedding of Prince
Charles and Diana. Yes. Do you see it? How was it for you? I just sang it. Yeah. It's how was it is once again, you know, it's not just how was it. For a start, you asked to do it, then you learn the music, and then you study the music, and you go to your singing teacher, and you work it with her, and then you go to the pianist, and you make sure you know it, and then you have to be there 2 days before. It's weeks of preparation. It doesn't just go click, and you know you're on. But that's what it seems like to you because you're watching on the television. You see she comes on, she sings for 4.5 minutes, and she's off. But how was it? Exhausting.
How did they approach to you to ask you to perform?
I can't remember. It came through Covent Garden, I think, something like that. I didn't get a letter. I didn't get a formal letter. I didn't get a formal invitation. I just was asked to do it. Oh, a lot of people. I admire all sorts of people for all sorts of reasons. You know, singers I like, Leontyne Price, Tebaldi, those sort of people. Victoria de Los Angeles. I like those people. I like Pavarotti, Placido. I like all those people, and I like people like Nelson Mandela, and many, many great people in the world, people who struggle, people who succeed. I like those people. Now, well, there are a lot, but the thing is, the musical world now in the classical area is moving so quickly that they don't last. They don't have a 40-year career. They have a career for a short time because the requirements now for singers to lose weight and look like stick thin and sing like they've got body weight on them, it's almost impossible, the demands on them.
And to be here in Peru, there's not many people who listen to classical music and opera, but there's a lot of people who wants to start listening this kind of music. What would you say to that people?
Just do. Yeah, absolutely. I think they do. It's just it's not the so-called in thing to do. You know, but once people start to enjoy classical music, I think they really enjoy it for the rest of their lives. And I get lots of lovely letters from people who are very ill and have listened to my music, and sometimes it's pulled them through their illness, which I think is very gratifying, certainly from their side, and very honoured that something like that would help them.